Okay, so this is part 3 and last part of my video project of the notable people buried here at Forest Lawn, Long Beach. And we are now at the Sunnyside Mausoleum, and that's the entrance of the mausoleum. And this is the Cathedral Tower, more close up. I might drop by and have you look at the Cathedral Chapel on the way to some graves. Okay, so let's get over here and find the notable people buried here. Okay, there's a construction zone over there. I'm going beyond that point, so we might have to whisper somewhat in the mausoleums. It's a very sacred place. Okay, seal SM Sunnyside Mausoleum. Star of Bethlehem, I guess. Stained glass windows. Let's drop by the cathedral first, Cathedral Chapel. So this is where actually held the wake of Ricky Harris, the actor. If you haven't seen part 2 of my video, I explained the story. But I thought at first they held the wake in the Memorial Chapel, but they actually held it here. There we go. So this is it. This is where his wake was held and where the fight broke out. Damn shame. Yeah. Just wanna be a pan. And down there is a statue of the goddess Danae. Yeah. Goddess of the hunt, I believe. Yeah. Okay. That's enough tour for a bit. We need to get where we need to be. Well, once again, a lot of memory. Okay, we'll start off at the basement level. So the notable people actually buried here. 3 of them are politicians. 2 congressmen and 1 governor of California. The 4th one is actually a master architect who was just added to the notable interments list that I almost missed. Someone just added him suddenly. I thought I was done. It turned out to be number 15 notable people interned here. Okay, so this is actually, before we go down, this is actually the pendulum room, or the Focal Pendulum. So we're on the first level. There we go. And that's the pendulum right there, swinging without the care in the world. Okay. What's up? Yeah. And we have a plaque right here explaining the focal pendulum. Okay. Focal pendulum. A simple pendulum, when set in motion in a given vertical plane, continues to vibrate in that plane, providing no exterior force, changes its direction, and if set in motion at one of the Earth's poles, will continue to vibrate in the same constant plane while the Earth rotated around it. The rotation of the Earth would then be evident to the eye, though since the observer would be rotating with the Earth, it would appear to him that the Earth were stationary and the plane of the pendulum swing were rotating. Jean Foucault demonstrated this fact in Paris in 1851, and since that time these pendulums have been known as focal pendulums. At the poles, The Earth rotates until the pendulum at the rate of 1 revolution in 24 hours. But as the location of the pendulum is moved from the pole, it must travel with the Earth's surface as well. And this additional motion results in a reduction of the speed of the revolution of the Earth under the pendulum from 1 revolution to 24 hours at the poles, to no revolution at all at the equator. Here at Sunnyside, it takes 42 hours and 48 minutes to make a complete revolution. Okay, so basically, a focal pendulum is telling us that currently the Earth is rotating. That's the only evidence that we know that the Earth is actually rotating. Because right now, if you see, everything is stationary. There's nothing moving. The pendulum shows how the Earth rotates. Okay, all right. That's an intriguing thing to know about. So let's go down to the basement level and look at our first congressman, actually. It's funny because since they gave me a lot of maps to find these politicians here at the mausoleum, and I was looking for a different person actually when I went down here to the basement, because I thought it was here. Turns out it was the first level. So I go down to the basement looking for this person who was actually the former governor of California, and just walking looking for his grave using the map. I was actually trying to search for that other person, and just going through this maze of corridors. And I think it did in the afternoon, late afternoon actually, like around 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And there are times that some of the lights here weren't working. So, I don't know, I guess you'd say it's kind of pretty scary a bit. And I think at one point, I thought I heard footsteps behind me. But it turns out that those were the echo of my own footsteps. Okay, so the grave should be right over here. If I recall, yeah, going into it. Okay, it's actually on this side. Okay, I think we're coming up to it now. Here we are. Okay, so the map I had was actually looking for Frank Merriam, yeah, and out, and just walking around here looking for Frank Merriam, I stumbled onto the grave of this congressman by accident. Yeah, so this is Thomas M. Eaton. What's that there? Thomas M. Eaton, MC. MC meaning Member of Congress. So see here the year, born 1896, died 1939. Okay, so let me just read from his biography. Okay, Thomas Merriam Eaton, full birth date August 3, 1896, died September 16, 1939, saved briefly as a U.S. Representative of California. Okay. His residence is here in Long Beach. He was born on a farm in Edwardsville, Illinois, and served in the First World War in the United States Navy as an ensign. Oh, so you're a military veteran as well. Well, let me salute you, sir. Thank you for your service to this country. Okay, as well as being a congressman. He moved to Long Beach in 1921, engaged in automobile sales business, elected to the Long Beach City Council in 1934, re-elected in 1936, and was unanimously chosen as mayor by the council. Okay. Eaton was elected as a Republican in the 76th Congress and served from January 3, 1939 to September 16, 1939. So he died during his term, not even a year into his congressional office. Okay, so his seat remained vacant until his elected successor, William Ward Johnson, took the office in January 1941. Okay, so he was, his vacant position was pursued by William Ward Johnson, another congressman, which coincidentally is also buried here at the Sunnyside Mausoleum. Okay, and we'll be going there right now. He's actually in the second level, overlooking the balcony. So we'll be going to the balcony next, okay? All right, so that's former Congressman Thomas Merriam Eaton. Okay, let's hustle up. So yeah, so going back to the maps of this place, I thought when she handed me the map, it was for the whole mausoleum. It was actually sections of the mausoleum, not the whole thing. And sometimes the maps are confusing unless you know where north is. What I'm looking at right now, yeah, that's north. So you have to adjust the map, you know, if you know where the direction of the north is. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons that was kind of confusing to find Mr. Johnson's grave when we get to the second level. Okay, let's get there. Going up. So we're on the first level right now. Take off my masks. Hard to breathe. Even though it says that you should keep your mask on at all times. There's hardly people here. Okay, so we're at the second level. Actually, when I was looking for the grave, it was pointed off as it's kind of unmarked, no specific area, but I noticed in the paper it overlooked the balcony. So I actually saw the balcony from the first level, or around here, the second level area, peeking out through the windows. And some of the corridors right there. I saw the balcony, but I had no idea how to get to it. So here's the funny story. Since William Ward Johnson's grave was hard to find, I looked up and found the grave. He was buried with his wife, Grace Songer Johnson. Went back to the office, and they're able to give me a map of where she was interned. Okay, so the map showed a way to the balcony here in the second level. So when you look right here, I didn't know that there was a way towards there when you first look at it, and then you just walk past not knowing about it. But there is a way. See, there you go. Funny thing is, the map had a name of the area of this place, but I don't see any marker where it is. So yeah, so this overlooks the courtyard, which was said in the when William Ward Johnson was buried. So this is the balcony that I saw. I was actually looking from over there. Well, I'll show you when I get to the balcony where Sick Places was looking at. Okay, so we'll pass here, and here we are. So this area right here, right up there. 1, 2, 3, 4, up from this column. And here we are. William Ward Johnson, former Congressman of California, buried his wife, Grace Songer Johnson. Okay. Okay, let's see. 1898 to 1963 for Mr. Johnson, or to his wives. Yeah, anyway, Let's read more of his biography. Okay. Since he did succeed Thomas Eaton to the congressional seat. So March 9, 1892 is the board 1892. Okay, I read that wrong. Died June 8, 1963, U.S. Representative from California. Okay. Born in Brighton, Washington County, Iowa. Okay. Attended the University of California at Berkeley from 1913 to 1914. Graduated from the law school at USC in 1925. Served as a member of the Idaho National Guard from 1910 to 1911. Oh, so also military, I guess. I salute to you, sir. Thank you for your service to this great country. Worked as a bookkeeper, stenographer, manager at an automobile company on Montpelier, Idaho, and Price, Utah, 1912-1918. Engaged in the mercantile business in Idaho and Utah from 1918-1922. Engaged in the banking and oil business, Twin Falls, Idaho, and Long Beach, California. He was admitted to the bar in 1925 and commenced practice as a lawyer here in Long Beach. Elected Republican in the 77 and 78 Congress, and served from January 3, 1941 to January 3, 1945. He was unsuccessful in re-election in 1944 for the 79th Congress. He resumed to practice law in Long Beach until his death in June 8, 1963. And there you go. That's former Congressman William Moore Johnson for you. Okay, so let's go and search for the balcony area. So yeah, overlooks the courtyard. There we go. Pretty nice. Pretty nice courtyard, if I do say so myself. There's actually a way through those doors from the outside. Just walk right through and into the courtyard. Okay, so when I saw this balcony, I saw it from, let's see. There you go, okay. So it's either from on the first level, yeah, and those doorways right there. Yeah, one of those windows down there. I saw it here, I didn't know how to get there. Even saw it from the second level and these windows right here. Still didn't know how to get here until I got the map. So speaking of the map, yeah. So the map, I said, is very confusing sometimes. I was actually looking for the grave, his tomb or interment, right over here. Because for some reason the map was showing it was over there. But turns out my map was upside down. And like I said, that you need to find the direction of north. So as I'm looking at that's north, you have to turn the map to the appropriate area to be able to find it. So turning it upside down from there to here. Okay. Okay. So that's Mr. Johnson's tomb for you. Okay. So let's move on to the next two. Now let's take the scenic route by crossing the second level floors right here. Once again, it's the pendulum room. Let's look at it from down. Yeah. Whoa. Okay. Let's go. So the next notable person will be going to is right over there. So we're going to cross this area and down those stairs right there. Okay. So yeah. Oh, it's not this window. I was looking at for the balcony. Could be this window. Could be farther off. It could be this one, yeah. So I was looking up there, I saw the balcony right there. Yeah, I had no idea how to get there. Okay, so the next one we'll be seeing is former governor of California, who actually also served as a senator and a congressman, a different state actually. Okay. Okay, so that was Frank Merriam. Okay, politician says right here. Okay, watch your step. And there's a nice stained glass window right there. They're on the flying carpet. I mean, this could be different. It could be from a story from a Bible. I'm trying to think about it. Okay, here we go. Okay. So yes, that's this area right here. And there's like called the Hall of Bus. A lot of famous people, religious or otherwise, displayed right there. Okay, here we go. So this is the grave of Frank Finley Merriam. Born 1865, died 1955. Okay, so he's actually buried here with his second wife, right down there. I'm going to get over here. Mary Ella Merriam, nicknamed Nellie. This is his second wife. Born 1857, died 1931. Also buried here, above him, is his third and last wife, Jessie S. Marion. Okay. Born 1869, died 1948. Okay, so that's his third and final wife. And above them is, I guess, basically a very Merriam family tomb is actually, there you go. I believe it's a relative, maybe mother-in-law, mother of Jessie, Amasa M. Lipsy. Yeah. Oops, okay. Born 1853, died 1929. Okay, so that's the crypts for you, or the tombs of the Merriam family. Okay, so let's talk more about Mr. Merriam right here. 28th Governor of California, served in office from June 2, 1934 to January 2, 1939. Served as Lieutenant Governor of California from June 5, 1931, June 2, 1934. Member of the California Senate from the 33rd District, in office from January 7, 1929 to January 6, 1931. Also a Senator. Member of California State Assembly, 70th District, January 8, 1917, January 3, 1927. 17th State Auditor of Iowa, so he lived in Iowa as well, in office from 1899 to 1903. And also served as a representative of Iowa in 46th District, in office from 1896 to 1898. Okay, so to be complete, Mr. Merriam, Frank Merriam here, born December 22, 1865 and died April 25, 1955 at age 89. Okay. So when he was defeated for the governorship, he retired from public life. In 1941, he joined the California State of the Sons of American Revolution. Following the death of former U.S. Senator Hiram Johnson in 1945, a brief write-in campaign for Merriam appeared that only garnered 500 votes. He died at home in Long Beach, California, of a heart attack at age 89. Okay, there we go. So that's former Governor of California for you. Former Senator, former Congressman Frank Merriam. Okay, now we will now go to the last notable person, which is at the end of the hall. As I mentioned, is the bus. Well, Ralph Waldo Emerson, David Livingston, Dante, Michelangelo, St. Augustine, Roger Williams, Constantine the Great, Charlemagne. What's the name of that guy? A lot of names here. I can't recall the top of my head right now. Ooh, Martin Luther. Who else? John Milton. Okay, yeah. Several people here with their busts decorating this hallway. Actually had them up on an album regarding the mausoleum on my Facebook page. Okay, so the final person here, as I mentioned, was added late at the notable interments here at the buried here in Forest Lawn. Okay, so here we are. Master Architect Edward Abel Killingsworth, FAIA. Forgot what FAIA means. Let's go back here. Okay. FAIA means Fellow of the American Institute of Architects. There you go. So yeah, born 1917, died 2004, Master Architect. I want to be an architect. Unfortunately, no one supported me in that dream of mine. Go figure. He's buried with his wife, Laura Catherine Killingsworth, born 1924, died 2019. The Iron Butterfly. So yeah, so this is this tomb right here, along with his wife. Nice painting above. Buried here in the Pendulum room, first level. Okay. Okay. So let us talk more about Mr. Killingsworth right here. So an American architect that's known for participating in the Arts and Architecture's case study program in the mid-1950s. He designed and built Case Study House, number 25, the Frank House in Naples, California. He also designed numerous luxury hotels all over the world and a large part of the California State University Long Beach campus. In the architectural world, his name is associated with the Southern California Post and Beam Mid-Century Modern. Okay. So he studied in USC, and he excelled in gaining a bachelor degree for his architecture degree. And let's see here. He also served in World War II as part of the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. He's the operations officer attached to the 654th Engineering Topographical Battalion, and earned him a Bronze Star for supervising and production of more than 8 million photo maps in preparation for the Allied invasion of Europe. Okay. So he was discovered by John Entenza, creator of the case study program. And yeah, so he's famous for building those houses. You should look up in Google to see what those houses look like. They still exist today. Okay. So instead of residential buildings, he also did luxury hotels such as exotic locales in Hawaii, Guam, Japan, South Korea, Malaysia, and Indonesia. Okay. And died at the age of 86 on July 6, 2004. Okay. So there you go. So that ends, I guess, the video of the notable interments here at Forest Lawn, Long Beach, specifically here at the Sunnyside Mausoleum. So I thank you for watching these videos. Thank you for listening, and hope you found intriguing the information that I gave you. I know this is a very amateurish way of doing things, but that's me. Not really professional, just wanting to do. So as I mentioned, that this was a project I've been planning for over 2 years now, and glad I was able to finish it. Like I said, this is in honor of my dad, just to, I guess spiritually let him know that he is buried with very, very famous people here at the Forest Lawn Memorial Park. Okay, so rather than being cut off by the video, I say goodbye and God bless. Bye-bye now.